In dealing with debt today, Matt Schulz, the chief credit analyst at LendingTree, is with us now. Hello to you, Matt. Hope you're doing well.
Hi, Angie. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
How much money are Americans likely to spend this Valentine's Day?
Americans are planning on spending more this Valentine's Day, about 44% more on average. Our survey found that people are going to spend a little over $200 on their significant other this year, and that's a big jump. It's a lot of money, but it's also really easy to spend a lot of money real quickly on Valentine's Day, and it's just important to do it carefully, planfully, so you don't end up saddling yourself with a bunch of debt.
What have you learned about people spending more than they should? What are they telling you?
Yeah, a lot of people just get swept up in Valentine's Day and end up spending too much. We found that about a third of our respondents said that they've spent too much on Valentine's Day in the past at some point just to impress their significant other. It's noble. It's a really nice thing to do, to want to give extravagant gifts and do all these amazing, nice things for your partner. But the truth is, your partner doesn't want you to run up debt for these things. And it's important to understand that and to be planful and be thoughtful and recognize that going into debt for Valentine's Day isn't probably your best move.
How likely are Americans to create more debt this year?
Lots of people do go into debt over Valentine's Day. Our survey found that about a third of people say that they're at least somewhat likely to go into credit card debt this Valentine's Day. It's a lot of people who are going to have a little debt hangover after Valentine's Day, and it's not necessary. There are plenty of creative, fun, relatively inexpensive things that you can do that are very romantic. It can be really good gifts, even if it is cooking dinner at home instead of going to a restaurant, or doing some other thing around the home in order to show how much you care and how much you love your significant other on Valentine's Day. Be creative, be thoughtful, and that can really be a good way to keep costs down on Valentine's Day.
What are your tips to stay out of debt this Valentine's Day?
Creativity is a really big deal. There are lots of things that you can do and lots of ways to be thoughtful, but still romantic on Valentine's Day. But ultimately, if you do decide that you want to spend and blow it all out a little bit, your best move is to make sure that you're planful about it and thoughtful about it and budget in advance for that big blowout. That way, you're treating it as a priority like you would any other expense, and you can move around those other costs and other expenses to make room for the big day. So that's a really smart way to go about this Valentine's spending.
What else can you tell us about money and relationships?
One other thing that I would add, communication is really important. These are weird financial times, and if you just don't have enough money to really do it up the way you would like to on Valentine's Day, let your significant other know. It may be an awkward conversation, but chances are they're going to understand, and you can come up together with some creative, kind of inexpensive ways to celebrate each other on Valentine's Day. It's much better than going too far overboard, running up debt, and then having to have that conversation later on with your significant other as well. So be thoughtful, be creative, be planful, and things will work out just fine.
We are happy to have you as our Valentine on the show. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Angie. Always great to talk with you.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.